Good morning, BNI and guests. My name is Bob Kern, and I'm the business attorney of the group. I'm a counsel at Rivkin Radler. And during this presentation, I hope by the end you'll know a little bit about me, and more importantly, a little bit about what it means to be a business attorney. So one of the things I want to elaborate on from my bio that Terry just read is art. I love art. It has kept me sane. I have 50 pieces in my apartment. If you ever get a chance to come over, I'll show them all to you. But I just want to quickly show you a couple of my favorites. And like I said, it has kept me sane through this process. Living alone, having a space that's full of art has brought me great joy. I also, what was not discussed in the bio is I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I'm a child at heart. I like making my costumes. And I look forward to hopefully going out this Halloween, but my recent faves have been Dr. Zoid Bob. I was also Hell Bob. And last Halloween, I was Dr. Manhattan BNI. So that's a little bit about me. Since I don't get the spouses and the kids, you get art and Halloween costumes. So let's dive right in. I work at Rivkin Radler. We have 5 offices. Our main office is in Uniondale and Long Island. My office is in New York City. We have approximately 200 attorneys. We're a full service law firm. We're known for our focus on insurance, healthcare, and construction, but we, as a full service firm, we practice in all areas. I am in the corporate department in New York City. Also, check out the website, RivkinRadler.com, and I particularly recommend the brochure function. It's kind of interesting and cool way to interact with the website. So I want to talk to you about what it means to be a business attorney. And I guess the best way to do that is to go through, there are 5 ways that I see that you can grow your business, and then how I can assist you on those 5 paths. Thinking of me as like a guide along a certain path. And the 5 areas I'm going to touch on are organically growing your business, borrowing, equity raises, acquisitions, and franchising. So none of these paths are mutually exclusive. You can incorporate a number of them at the same time into your growth plans, but it's a good jump off point, each one, to show you what I do as a business attorney. So the first one is organically. So you grow your business organically by investing your own time and effort into the business. You put your money back into the business so it can grow, so that you can open up an office space, you can hire more employees, you can provide more products and services. Now, how can I assist you if you're growing organically? Well, one of the questions you may have is what business entity, if anything, you should form. You may not know what the difference is between a corporation, a limited liability company, or a limited partnership, or a sole proprietorship is. Well, I can assist you with that and explain it to you. Also, structuring the management and governance of your company, particularly if you have a partner or partners, you might need a partnership agreement or an operating agreement, a shareholder agreement. You may just need bylaws or meetings need to be held to run your company. The big meat and potatoes under organic is contracts for the services you provide or products you provide. At some point, we all, as our business grow, we move from doing things without a written agreement to a written agreement, or oftentimes a vendor on the other side provides us a written agreement. I can help you draft it, negotiate an agreement. And also in this day and age with everybody being online, terms of service are essentially your form of contract that has been placed on your website. I can help you with your terms of service. I can also help with drafting employment agreements. I can help you understand the difference between non-competes, non-solicits, and non-disclosures, and how each of those may or may not be something you need for your business at a given time. I can also help you with equity compensation for your clients. So let's say you want to pay an employee with some ownership in the company. I can help set up a stock plan, a stock option plan, or a profits interest plan, draft those documents and assist you in making an employee not just an employee, but a vested stakeholder in your company. And finally, or in the organic model, business succession. So just like Mr. Witherwax does estate planning, you need to think about your business's survival. And there are many things to think about in the area, but a specific thing to think about that I often harp on is buy-sell agreements in your shareholder or partnership agreement, so that if you have a partner and say the partner dies, you have an opportunity to buy out their piece, so that the company will continue rather than their piece being inherited by their estate, and that estate may be interested in selling the business as opposed to running it. So that's organic. The next one is borrowing, and this is what Sylvia was speaking about. You can grow your business by borrowing money from an individual or from a financial institution like a bank. It funds your business expansion. And usually there is a principal on that loan plus interest charged, and there may be collateral on that loan. If there is collateral, that loan is called a secured loan, and if it's not, it's unsecured. So how can I assist with that? I can help by reviewing, drafting, and negotiating the promissory notes, which is the barest bones of a piece of paper envisioning a loan, or a full-blown loan agreement. If a loan is secured, I can also review the drafting and negotiating of the security agreements or the pledge agreements. For someone like Kenny, who's in the real estate space, and this is a lot of ways, a lot easier for people to understand. So a mortgage is really a security agreement on the loan for buying a piece of property, with the security being the property. You can use other things as security, and that's where security agreements come in. I can also review and negotiate guarantees. Many times, let's say if you have a company and maybe it's just your company is owned 100% by you, the bank may request that you give a personal guarantee, and I can help with that as well. So then there's equity. Equity is essentially selling a stake in your business, not the entire company, but a percentage. So you're going to fund the growth of your company by taking in money, by giving people a piece in exchange for their investment. To think about what percentage of your company you're willing to give up, and what, if any, management rights will go with the equity you're selling. So in terms of what I can do to assist you in that area is I can help you structure the type of equity. You may want to give equity that has voting rights. It may have non-voting rights. There might be a board seat involved. There might it might be common stock, which is the plain vanilla basic equity, or it might be preferred stock, which means it gets a percentage, a little extra kicker when there's a distribution. I can help draft and negotiate the purchase and subscription agreements for that equity sale. I can draft the disclosure documents and make sure you comply with the securities law. There's equity sales have a lot of regulatory overlay that need to be complied with. And I can amend your shareholder and operating agreements once that new equity has been brought in. Also, in terms of equity, I know I'm talking about growth through selling, but I can provide these legal services on the investor side. So if there's an investor thinking of and being given a number of documents, I can review those documents and help them as to the nature of what they are investing in. Acquisition. So you grow your business by acquiring another company. Let's say, for example, you want to open up an office in Philadelphia. Rather than opening up an office in Philadelphia from scratch, you may have a competitor in Philadelphia that does the same thing you do, but they are up and running. They have a book of business. If you can convince that business owner to sell their business to you, you now have an office that's working from the start, as opposed to having to build up a new presence. And again, I can assist in structuring the acquisition, such as whether it should be an asset sale, a stock sale, or a merger. I can help with drafting and negotiating the applicable agreements that come from your choice of structure. I can counsel you about the purchase price. So if you're the seller, you want sold all at cash, but if you're a buyer, you may want to have some of that payment of the purchase price deferred. You may want to pay that deferred price in a promissory note, or what's called earnouts, which basically there are certain targets for the company to achieve, and if those targets aren't achieved, those payouts aren't made. And again, much like with the equity sales, I can assist both on the buy, sell, and the sell side of these transactions. And then finally, there's licensing and franchising. So what you do when you grow your business through licensing and franchising is you take, say, a right to use your trademark or even your whole business model. So that's franchising. Think of McDonald's. And you do this for a term of years, and you receive a royalty from third parties who are licensing and franchising. So you can grow your business without actually owning these things, but your name goes out there, your business model goes out, and other people are paying you for the right to use that. And I can assist in drafting and negotiating the license agreements, the manufacturing distribution agreements, which are often just forms of licensing agreements. I can help draft and negotiate franchise agreements, and I can help with the regulatory compliance with applicable franchising laws. And finally, when you have built up your business and you've created a brand, that brand has value, I can help counsel and negotiate into the document certain approval rights and guidelines to protect that trademark or your brand from being diluted or diminished by the bad acts of the people licensing from you. So that is, in a nutshell, what I do. I know there was a lot covered, but good referrals for me are the people listed here. They would be accountants, financial advisors, investment bankers, established business owners, investors, individuals starting a business, and other attorneys not practicing in the area of corporate law. Thank you very much for this time, and I hope you've learned a lot about me. Happy to discuss anything further with you in a one-to-one. My name is Bob Kern. I'm the business attorney of the group and your lawyer from the start.